Welcome to Miller's Mods, ladies and gentlemen. So, this is the Deuce Pro, the Adventure Force Deuce Pro. I've heard a lot of problems about this blaster online. This blaster costs 40 United States dollars. No exaggeration, $40. Let's see what your $40 buys you. Remove that because that's not part of what they sent. You get the blaster itself. You get 2 extra cylinders, which is nice. You get a nice little leg drop holster and a muzzle extension. Now, if you look down this muzzle extension or on the sides of it, you'll see that's brass. That's why you get an FPS boost off of the muzzle extension. Looks like they are listening to the community somewhat. Now, I want to thank Vernon Miller because he was the one that found this blaster in Texas and put it in a box and shipped it to me. Thanks, Vernon. I really appreciate it. Now, what we have here is we have a spring-powered, cylinder-fed blaster. The safety's in an odd place. It's right here. That's really, really strange. I mean, this blaster does have problems. I will tell you right now. If you move too fast because of the priming bar inside, I'm guessing, the blaster skips. It'll skip cylinders and it won't feed properly. But if you're slow and methodical, you're fine. You know, and I ran 30, 40 darts through this thing just to see what it would do. And as soon as I started to hurry up, it would start misfeeding and stuff like that, which is not cool at all. Now, I'm going to give you a couple chronograph readings here. Chronograph on. That was 107 FPS. That was 121 FPS. It's 119. So it's a little different here. This is a saber tip from FFW. It's a rifled scar barrel, basically. Now, the way saber tips are set up is that they love shorter barrels. So if you put that on there, you're going to get an FPS boost. That's 141 FPS. That's really nice. Let's see what else we can get out of this thing. It's 146 FPS. That's pretty awesome. This one was another 144 FPS. Now, I'm going to show you how to change out the cylinders. This is the part I don't like at all. Pop one out. Take one out of speed loaders. These are diamond darts from Target. The max darts. Now, if you're doing this in a battle, it's going to take even longer because you're going to be hurrying up and everything else. Let's try it with the muzzle extension. Again, I'll fire 3 shots without it and 3 shots with it. And then I'll give you my final thoughts on this thing. It was 123 FPS. $131 FPS. 113 FPS. Now, let's see what this does. Now, the shorter the barrel, the better the saber tip reacts. This is a lot longer barrel, so there's an arrow shot. And it misfed. Let's try this again. $126 FPS. I mean, it's not a bad pistol. It really isn't. I just don't like the fact that it's cylinder fed. Should have been mag fed like this. This is a S200 fire rat. Great thing about a fire rat is once you're empty, you can go in just like that and drop and load a new mag in. Takes you less than a second. This thing, you got to prime all the way back. You got to eject the cylinder by hand, reach around and load another cylinder. In battle, that's going to take you forever. I'll be honest with you. I mean, do I see this as a war-ready blaster? Absolutely not. just because of the feeding issues and the inconsistencies in it. I do not see this as a war-ready blaster. I see this as a plinker maybe, or something for cosplay. This definitely is not one of my favorite blasters. I can tell you that right now. I mean, it's not bad. It's not great. Do I think it's the newest and greatest? No. Do I think that maybe this one should have spent a little bit longer on the drawing board? Yes, I really do. I mean, but then again, I'm not a designer from Dart Zone or whatever, but it's just unfortunate that Dart Zone wanted part of the hammer shot market, which I get. So they come out with this thing for a Pro Series blaster, but if it just skips like that, there's not really much you can do. It's terrible. I'll put a buy link in the description below as soon as I find this thing available. Until next time, this is Myler's Mods signing off.